शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most attractive, holiest of the holy, most divine temple which is within our own selves. My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. Now we are going through the last leg of Bhagavad Gita, the 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Like how we get the doubt, Arjuna also got the doubt because Arjuna is none other than our own representative. Whether sannyasa and tyaga, are they different or are they same? Explain to me. He is requesting his Guru, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma, and Krishna answers. The first two shlokas, that is a shloka number 2 and shloka number 3, are not Krishna's opinions. It's the opinions of some other people whom we call as wise people or who have some knowledge. Then from shloka number 4 onwards, Krishna gives his opinion. He said that yajna, dana, tapa, these are the karmas which should not be given up at all, should not be renounced at all. They should be done. But how? That is sangam and phalam. Both we must tyaktva. We must renounce the attachment to the karma itself and the result. What is the phala of this karma? That also should be renounced. So he said, sangam and phalam tyaktva. One must do this. Then he categorized what is tamasika, tyaga, what is rajasika, and what is satvika. Satvika is the one. Satvika tyaga means karma yoga. Whatever actions we do, whether it is through the mind, that is thoughts, or walk, that is speech, or through our body activities. Any of these. Whenever we do anything, we must offer it to him. And then whatever prasada we get, whatever is the result of that action, whatever is the phala, accept it with a beautiful smile. He says, you don't have to go to Himalayas. You don't have to wear orange dress. You don't have to shave off your head. But you can be at your home, surrounded by your family members. You may be a married person, no problem at all. But internal renunciation should be there. So he called this as Satvika Tyaga. Let us see what he says in the next shloka, shloka number 10. Nadveshtya kushalam karma kushalenānushajjate त्यागी सत्व समाविष्टो मेधावी छिन्न संशयः. We must remember that here Krishna's audience, who are the audience? Here in this particular situation, it was Arjuna, whose mind was not yet prepared, not yet refined. So this answer is for the audience whose mind is unrefined, unprepared, not yet siddha, not yet ready for that jnana. In general, jnana means knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita or in Vedas, if the word jnana is used, it means it is about Atma. If you have the knowledge of that soul, Atma or Paramatma, then it is Jnana. So here the audience is unrefined or unprepared minded people like us. So Krishna bats for Karma Yoga. Now he says here, Na dveshti akushalam karma kushale na anushajjate. A karma yogi, not a karmi. I hope all of you have understood the difference between a karmi and a karma yogi. One who performs all the activities is called as karmi. One who performs the same activities but offers it to God and receives the result as God's prasada is a karma yogi. That's all the difference is. Only the attitude is different between a karmi and a karma yogi. Now here he talks about a karma yogi. Na dveshti akushalam karma. Such a karma yogi does not discriminate between something that is pleasant or good, something that is non-pleasant or not good. Kushale na anushajjate. He does not have any attachment to the karma which we categorize as good karma. And he does not hate the karmas which we categorize as not good karma or bad karma. For a karma yogi, there is no differentiation at all. There is no discrimination between good karma and bad karma. There is nothing like that for that person, karma yogi. He just performs that action as his duty and offers it to God. Tyagi sattva samavishto. He calls that karma yogi as Tyagi here. So Krishna gives a beautiful equation here. Tyagi equals karma yogi or karma yogi equals Tyagi. They are not different from each other. It is the same. We say in a very good manner, I have sacrificed this, I have sacrificed that. What for? There is some intention behind that sacrifice. If that intention is something else apart from Bhagavan, then that is not Sattvika Tyaga. For an unprepared minded person, Karma Yoga equals Tyaga. So here he says, Tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayaha. There is absolutely no doubt for him. Oh, this is good karma, I should do. That is bad karma, no, I should not do. There is nothing like that for him. Everything is the same. Such a person is a Tyagi. Sattva samavishto. Everywhere he is only good. There is nothing called bad in this world for him. To explain this, there is a story which I have already narrated once. There was a butcher. Butcher is a person who kills animals and sells the meat. There was a butcher. He was a great Vishnu Bhakta, devotee of Vishnu. Once when he was walking, he just happened to step on one particular kind of black stone. He simply started loving that. He picked it up and loved that particular stone, black stone. Then he started using it as for weight, for weighing the meat that he is selling. It was such a wonderful stone that if a person wanted 250 grams of meat, quarter kg, that would weigh, he would keep the stone and it would exactly weigh only 250 grams. If anybody wanted 1 kilo, it would weigh 1 kilo. That was the beauty of that particular stone. So he started using it as a weight for weighing. He was very happy with that. Then, one day, a Brahmin came to know about this particular stone. A pujari. So he came to this shop and asked for, show me that stone. I heard that it weighs actually what exactly the customer wants, the same weight it shows. Yes, he gave that to see. The pujari saw that, my God, this is saligrama. What the hell are you doing here with this? He started firing that butcher. Butcher said, what is it? I don't know anything about it. Oh, just like how Shivalinga is a symbolic representation of Shiva, this saligrama is a symbolic representation of Vishnu. Butcher felt very bad. Oh my God, I did not know this at all. Even I am a Vishnu Bhakta. Then that pujari said, Brahmin said, I'll take it into my house. I will do puja for this, Abhisheka, Naivedya, Archana, everything I will do. So the butcher said, yes, you please take it, because I don't know any rituals. I'm just doing this job because it is my family job. See, in the earlier days, they used to have this. Whatever the family, their parents, grandparents were doing, the same job they used to continue. It is not so now. We take up different jobs. In those days, it was like this. So that pujari took it home, and with the devotion only, he did Abhisheka, Archana, all kinds of rituals he did. And he was happy with this. Abba, from that butcher's hand, I've got it here. That night, Vishnu came in his dream. Then Vishnu said, you please give me back to that butcher only. Then this pujari asked, why? Aren't you happy with my rituals? Vishnu said, yes, I am happy with your rituals, but I am happier there with the butcher's hand. Pujari was stunned. Are you happy in butcher's hand? Vishnu said, yes. How can it be? He is not performing any puja to you. I am performing puja to you. So he started justifying. Then Vishnu said, that butcher is killing animals because that is his family dharma. But while killing, while selling, every time he keeps chanting my name. And with so much of love for me, he does not have any discrimination between what is good, what is bad. He is killing animals not because he wants to kill animals, but because it is his duty. So you please take me back to him, give me back to him, I'll be happier there. I am not very fond of these rituals, but I am fond of people who keep chanting about my name, who sing my glories. I am happier there, so please take me there. So the pujari immediately ran to the butcher's house and gave him that, and then said that God is preferring you only. He wants to be carried by your hands, the same hands with which you are killing animals. He wants to be there in your hands, not in the hands of a Brahmin who is performing the rituals. So this gives us a very beautiful lesson. This story comes in Purana. It is not something that has happened recently. In the Puranas it is there. It is not that Brahmin is to be admonished or butcher has to be praised. No, it is not that. It is not that job, but it is the attitude of that butcher, because of which God wanted to go back to him. So for this butcher, killing the animals is not a bad karma. So he does not, na dveshti akushalam karma. He does not hate it, because it is his family dharma. Kushale na anushajyate. He is not attached to some karma which is branded as good karma. No, he does not have anything like that. There is no discrimination between a good karma and a bad karma for such a person whom Krishna calls as Tyagi, Sattva Samavishto. There is no difference at all. He is totally there in the doing his kartavya, in his duties. He has to perform the duties, what we call as Panchamaha Yajna. We must keep performing our duties as a daughter, as a husband, as a wife, as a son, all these variety of duties are there. Many times it happens that we do not like something to do, especially to take care of the old parents-in-law. we are doing because it is our duty to do. We are doing it. Physically we are doing it. But mentally we are rejecting it. No, I don't want to do this. But what to do? I have to do because it's my duty. When there is difference between the physical action and the mental thought, remember this is not arjava. Arjava is your thoughts, your words and the activity should be in line. Is it in line now? The mind is rejecting it. I don't want to serve my parents-in-law. But the duty says I have to do. So physically I cannot escape, so I am doing it. What happens? Unpleasant. What is unpleasant for the mind? We are not interested in doing it. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, so I am doing it. This creates lot of stress in the personality. Physical stress is there, mental stress is there. Both are there because when we don't like doing something, that creates a physical stress, stress on the body, physical body. And when there is no correlation between the mental thoughts and the physical activity, that creates stress in the mind. So we lose our physical health, we lose our mental health too. So we all should become a karma yogi. Krishna is giving us a beautiful suggestion here. Don't discriminate that this is good, this is bad. Keep doing whatever our duties are. How? By not saying that I don't want to do this but I have got to do. No, let me do it. Many a times even cooking we do like this. I don't want to cook but what to do? Prarabdha. Like this we hit our head and do it. Let us stop all this now. At least after learning this shloka, we have to become tyagi, we have to become karma yogi. Till now we were thinking that, okay, I must perform my activity. How? Simply say that Krishna, this is for you. And receive whatever comes, Krishna, this is your prasada. Now Krishna is adding one more point over here. How we must do it? Nothing is pleasant, unpleasant. Don't discriminate anything. Whatever we have to do, let us do it. And while doing it, the thoughts also should be liking that. Anyway, I have to do. So why not I like it and do? Because when there is ishta, there is no kashta. Ishta is what we like. Kashta is, no kashta means there is no difficulty at all. We must start liking whatever our duties are. Initially it may be difficult. I don't like this, I don't like this. Start telling ourselves, I like this, I like this, I love this. So slowly we will develop that kind of attitude. Then we become karma yogi. Whatever we do, let us do it with love. Not just as a duty, but do it with love. Then one certificate, tyagi, karma yogi, will be given by Krishna Paramatma. Let us move on to the next one. Nahi deha vritam shakyam tyaktum karmanya sheshataha yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi tyabhidhiyate. Krishna says, Nahi deha vritam vrita shakyam. We have come to this world in this body. We have taken this body, deha vrita. That means we have taken this body. Then, tyaktum karmani asheshataha nahi shakyam. To renounce all the karmas, asheshataha, without leaving anything, it is not possible, nahi shakyam, because we are in the body. Once we have taken this body, then we have to do some karmas. Starting from breathing. We have to breathe. We have to eat. We have to urinate. We have to excrete. We have to sleep. Even if you don't do any other activities, these are the minimum activities that we have to do if we are living. Whether we want or not, we have to do it because we are living. So he says, without renouncing all karmas is 100% not possible, because you have taken the body. Na shakyam. Deha vritam. You have taken the body. Then, yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi iti abhidiyate. But perform the actions, then renounce karma phala. Again and again and again and again. How many times Krishna is stressing on this point? Karma phala tyagi saha. Such a person is tyagi iti abhidiyate. Such a person is a karma yogi. Such a person is a tyagi. Such a person is a sannyasi. Sannyasi equals tyagi equals karma yogi. Wonderful equation Paramatma is giving us. Then we have to do the karmas. We have some runa. We chant that runa mochana, Narasimha Stotra. It is not sufficient if we just chant that. That attitude must be there. We perform the Panchamaha Yajna. What for? If I am living, it's because of something. Because breathing air is there. I am breathing air. I am giving out carbon dioxide. It should be balanced in this universe. Otherwise it will be filled with carbon dioxide. Somebody is doing that. Or something is doing that. Food, if I am taking food, somebody is working for it. Isn't it? So we have that runa. If I am learning Bhagavad Gita, we have the runa to Vedavyasa. We have the runa to Arjuna. We have the runa to all the ancestors who have carefully passed on this Bhagavad Gita. Generations. 5,000 years back it has happened. How many generations have passed? And it is still the same in our hands. So we all should bow down to all those people who have contributed for passing this on to the generations. So we have that. We definitely have to perform karma. It is not possible. We should not be simply sitting. This kind of Panchamaha Yajna should be performed by us. Once again, just with the attitude of gratitude, not for again, give me this, give me that. I am doing this because I want to do this to me. No, not for that. Then we are not karma yogis. We are not tyagis. We are not sannyasis. So why not we all try to become karma yogi, which means a tyagi, which means a sannyasi. Let us try our level best to do that, become that. Then, shloka number 12. Anishtamishtam mishram cha trividham karmanah palam bhavatya pretya natu sannyasinam kvachit. Now this is for a karmi, not for a karma yogi. For a karmi, what happens? Krishna is explaining. Anishtam, ishtam, mishram. Three kinds. Anishtam, ishtam and mishra. Anishta is papa, what we don't want, what we don't like. Ishtam is punya. Mishra is mixture of these two. Trividham karmana phalam. Karma phala comes back. Phala we get in which is threefold. Punya, papa and mixture of these two. Krishna says, Bhavati atyaginam, not for a tyagi, for atyaginam, pretya. Pretya is after death. Sannyas, natu sannyasinam kvachit. Not for a sannyasi, not for a karma yogi, not for a tyagi, but for atyagi. Atyagi is equal to karmi. A sannyasi equals karmi, who does all the activities thinking that I am the one who is doing it. Such a person, performance, all the activities are performed. Karma yogi also performs the same activities or actions. Karmi also performs. Only difference is in the attitude. Karmi feels that I am the one who is doing this and I expect this result only. Attachment to the karma is there. Attachment to the karma phala is also there for a karmi. Whereas karma yogi, there is no attachment to the karma as well as to the karma phala, because he offers it to God and receives the phala as God's prasada. So this shloka is for a karmi, not for a karma yogi. Because he specifies Bhavati Atyagina. Only for Atyagi. What happens? Punya is there, Papa is there, mixture of these two is there. This he carries Pretya even after death of this body. That means in the next Janma also we are carrying Papa, Punya, mixture of these two also we carry. Whatever karma we have performed, for every karma there is either this or that, three folds. Any one is there with us and we carry this. For a karma yogi, it is not there. It is for a karmi, not for a tyagi. That means we are not adding vasanas to our big bag. We have carried a big bag from the previous janma. What the bag we have left, the same bag we have been carrying now. Now we are adding Punya, Papa, Mishra, everything we are adding to the bag. Then the same bag we will be carrying next. We have come here to empty that bag. Prarabdha should become 0. Sanchita also should become 0. Both Punya and Papa, not only Papa. Both should become 0. Only then we get that moksha. So here Krishna says, for a tyagi, no such threefold karma phala, because it says it is only Krishna. He has already offered it to Krishna. This is only for a tyagi. What is this Mishra? Punya we know, Papa we know. What is that Mishra? Let me give one example to understand. In the cricket match, Virat Kohli, many matches he was coming up to 95, 96, 97, but not century, he was getting out. Assume that this happened for 4 or 5 matches. 6th match, he hit century. He has scored above 100. But his team lost. His team has lost. So now, whether it is Sukha or Dukkha or Mishra, it is Mishra now, isn't it? Sukha, happiness is there because he has hit century. But happiness is not there or Dukkha is there because the team has lost. So this is Mishra, example for Mishra. Some situation, part of it is happiness, part of it is unhappiness. So Krishna says that this kind of threefold phala is there for everybody who is a karmi. This should be very, very carefully understood. Not for a karma yogi who is a tyagi, who is a sannyasi. No, natu sannyasi nam kvachit. Not for a sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi? He has already equated it. Sannyasi equal tyagi equals karma yogi. So if at all we become karma yogis, then this kind of karma phala will not affect us, will not be stored in our bag, vasana bag. This is what we want. So Krishna is giving us a beautiful suggestion. Do this. Then vasana bag will become smaller and smaller, and this is a smaller bag that we carry to the next janma. Now, why do people follow adharma? There are so many people who follow adharma. What is that? Why is that? When we analyze that, for example, some people become corrupt. What for? What they are earning is not sufficient. This is what they think. This is not sufficient for me, so I have to take under the table. That person feels that I have to take care of my wife or husband or children, and then is it sufficient? I have to save for my great-great-grandchildren also. They should not find it difficult later. After my death, they should live comfortably. This is the kind of attitude that we all do it. When we think that we are the ones who are doing it and we are the ones who are going to take care of them. Even after death, I want to take care of them. See what kind of ideas we have. That is why people go in the adharma path. They don't mind going in the adharma path because they don't know Bhagavad Gita. So for people like us who have understood Bhagavad Gita, definitely we should not be following that path. Let us move on to the next one. Now till 12th shloka, till this particular shloka, Krishna is batting for Karma Yoga. Remember, this is only a summary actually. Summary from chapter number 3 to 17. Whatever he has told, again and again he is stressing on that, maybe slightly different perspective. If at all Arjuna has not understood from this angle, let me explain from another angle. Only that, otherwise the concept is the same. So till this 12th shloka, he talked about Karma Yoga. Now from next shloka onwards, 13th shloka onwards, he talks about Jnana or Jnana Yoga. Let us see what he says. Panchaitani mahabhago karanani nibodhame sankhye kritante proktani siddhaye sarva karmanam. Panchaitani mahabhago karanani nibodhame sankhye kritante proktani siddhaye sarva karmanam. For a person to perform all actions, any kind of actions, 5 factors are needed or are responsible. 5 factors are responsible for any person to perform any kind of actions. Nibodhame. I am going to explain to you. Listen to me. Sankhye kritante proktani. Arjuna, whatever I am telling, it is not just my words. Then where is it given? It is proktani, it is said in Sankhye Krita Ante. Sankhya here is Vedanta. Krita Ante. As all of us know, Veda is divided into 2 categories. Karma Kanda initially, then Jnana Kanda. Huge is Karma Kanda, then small portion is Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda explains all the rituals. And Jnana Kanda explains about Atma. So Jnana means knowledge of the self. Sankhya Krita Ante. Krita is Karma Kanda. End of this Karma Kanda is Jnana Kanda. Beginning of Jnana Kanda. So it is explained in Jnana Kanda. Arjuna, I am not creating anything on my own. What is given in Veda, that only I am telling you now. This is 5,000 years ago. And Krishna talks about Vedas. Then imagine how old is our Sanatana Dharma. It is not just 2,000 years ago. This Dharma was not established by one person. Like so many other dharmas, or not, they are not even dharmas, they are religions. They don't come under the category as Dharma itself. Whereas Sanatana Dharma is the Dharma. Like Paramatma, Adi Antarahita, Sanatana Dharma also, there is no Adi, there is no Anta. When there is no Adi, there is no Anta. When this world came into existence, Sanatana Dharma existed. Because it is created by him. So, he is the protector. So, there are some people who are ignorant people who do not have any knowledge about Sanatana Dharma, may call this as some dengue or malaria or some nonsense, and they may try to destroy this also, which will never happen, but it is our duty to carry this flag of Sanatana Dharma and pass it on to the next generation too. We cannot simply say that anyway it is established by Krishna or Paramatma and he is the protector, so nothing is going to happen to my Sanatana Dharma. No. This is not right on our part. We have that duty. So here Krishna talks about Atma and Anatma. Before going to the next few shlokas, we have already seen this in the 13th chapter. Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is Atma, Prakriti is Anatma. Let me just list out the differences once again between Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is Atma, Prakriti is inert, Anatma. Purusha is Chetana, Prakriti is Achetana. Purusha is only Chetana, Prakriti is Achetana, but it takes Chetana from Purusha and then works. Otherwise it cannot work. Prakriti. Next one is Purusha or Atma is Nirguna. There is no attribute at all. Whereas Prakriti or Anatma is Saguna. All kind of gunas are there. All kind of attributes are there for Prakriti. Then Purusha is Nirvikalpa. There is no Vikalpa at all. Vikalpa means change. There is no change at all in Purusha. There is Savikalpa. Prakriti is Savikalpa. Always there is change in the Prakriti. Example for Prakriti is our body. There is always change. Every fraction of a second there is a change in the body. Some may be visible. Some after a few years it will be visible. We are aging. Age is visible on the body. Change is there. We are not the same as we were born. Body undergoes changes. Gunas are there. Whereas for that Atma, it is Nirvikalpa, Nirguna, and it is Chetana. It is not a product of Prakriti. Purusha is not a product of Prakriti. He is not, he or she, whatever it is, not a part of Prakriti too. Prakriti is completely different from Purusha. Just like how we talk about light, electric light. Bulb is there. Bulb is like Prakriti. That electricity which is passing through the bulb makes the bulb give that light. Otherwise it cannot do anything. Only when electricity passes through the bulb, it becomes bright and light is visible to us. So that bulb is Prakriti. Electricity which is invisible. Remember this? Electricity is not visible to us. Can we see electricity? We cannot see that. Similarly, everything in this world is made up of two, Purusha and Prakriti, or Atma and Anatma. Atma is invisible. Anatma or Prakriti is visible in the form of this body. In different bodies it is visible. What we must understand? If that Atma is not existing, then this body cannot work. This also we must understand that this is that Sthula Sharira and there is Sukshma Sharira. This also we have seen when we discussed about Sharira Traya. Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. Now this Sthula Sharira will be dropped. But the Sukshma Sharira moves on to the next birth also. When we say Atma is all pervading, Sarva Vyapi, that means existing everywhere. So then we get a doubt. When we say that somebody died, we say that Atma has left the body. And we say that Atma is all pervading. That means in that body, dead body also Atma must be there. Isn't it? We get a doubt. So what is left then? Atma is not left the body. Atma is all pervading, just like how the space is. This we have seen in the 13th chapter. Krishna compares. That you cannot compare, but for us to understand, nearest one is Akasha. He compares Akasha, Atma with Akasha so that we get closer and closer. It is existing everywhere. When we construct a room or a house, where does the space go? Does the space go somewhere else? It doesn't go anywhere. It is there. And when we demolish that building, what happens to the space? Space which was existing, Akasha, let us use the word Akasha. Akasha which was existing there is still existing. It did not go anywhere, does not go anywhere, will not go anywhere. In the same way, when a person dies, In that body, Atma exists. Because Atma is all pervading, just like a light or like space. It does not go anywhere else. But then what has gone out? That Sukshma Sharira has come out of it. So, this body cannot be interacted anymore. Not that total Atma has gone, so this is dead means there is no Atma. There is Atma in that because Atma is all pervading. I hope I am making it clear because I used to get this doubt. Then what has left the body? We say Atma has left the body and then we say Atma is all pervading. So what happens to the dead body? Isn't the Atma there in the dead body? Yes, 100% Atma is there in the dead body also. I hope I made myself clear in this. So Krishna now talks about these, what are the 5 factors which are responsible for performing any action, whether it is for a karmi or a karma yogi. Whether you do any good action or bad action, it does not matter. These are the 5 factors which make us do any karma. Panchaitani Mahabaho Karanani. These are the 5 factors which are responsible for Sarva Karmana, all kind of activities or actions. Let us see what he says in the 14th shloka. Why I was talking about this Atma Anatma is, Atma is Akarta or Abhokta. Somebody said that it is not yet clear. Let me again come back to this and explain. Atma is Akarta, Abhokta. Anatma is the one which is doing the activity. Anatma is the one which is receiving the result. Not Atma. Atma is Akarta. Atma does not do any activities. Atma does not receive anything. Akarta, Abhokta. For this, let me give examples once again which we have already given. We need petrol to be filled or any fuel to be filled in the car for the car to move. Petrol is like Atma. It's only a comparison so that we get closer. Nothing can be compared with Atma. To get closer only these examples are given. Petrol is needed or fuel is needed for a vehicle to move. But does the petrol work there? It is needed for the car to move. But what is actually moving? Car is moving. Car is an inert object. Car is moving and petrol does not say, tell the car, go to the right, go to the left, don't go here. Does the petrol do anything to the car? It does not do anything to the car. If a car meets with an accident or assume that car has the driver did not follow the traffic light signals and simply moved, even though where red is there, signal is there, he has moved forward. What happens to the petrol? Is it the Bhokta? That is not the Bhokta. It is Akarta and Abhokta. One more example I'll give you. Cricket match is going on in the stadium. We need light. Without light, you cannot play. So light is needed for us to play that match. 2 teams are playing the match. One team wins, another team loses. Now, do I go and congratulate that light? Wow, congratulations light. Or do I congratulate the team which has won? What did the light do? Light was simply there, existing. It did not do any activity. Exactly the same way, Atma. Atma is existing, that's all. Activities are being performed by Anatma. Without Atma, Anatma cannot do any function. But Atma is not the one who is performing any action. Now, why is this stressed here is, we feel that, or we identify ourselves with the body which is Prakriti or Anatma. When we identify ourselves with this Anatma, we feel that I am the Kartru. I am the one who is doing this work. We may feel happy when we are doing some good karma, and we may feel unhappy when we have to do some karma which we don't like. But we have to do, we don't like, then we are not happy with this. So we are either pleasant or unpleasant. Either punya or papa, because we are identifying ourselves with the body. So Krishna is telling him, Arjuna, you are not the body, Arjuna. You are that Atma. You are not doing anything. By killing your guru or elders or your relatives, you should not feel bad. That is what he said here. Na dveshta kushalam karma kushale na anushajjate. Don't get scared that how will I kill these people. You are not the one who is doing it. You are that Atma. When you identify yourself with the body, with Anatma, then we feel that I am the one who is doing. Slowly stop identifying with the body. Start identifying with the Atma. How do we do this? We have been identifying ourselves with the body. So how can we simply change? Is it possible? That is why Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is needed. Karma yoga we have to perform. Upasana yoga we have to do. Jnana yoga we have to do. It will not come that easily. But it is not impossible. If somebody has done it, even I can do it. His grace should be there. His grace is there. Definitely grace is there. Otherwise we would not have had the interest to learn Bhagavad Gita at all. In Viveka Chudamani, Adi Shankaracharya says that you have got this body. Wow, what his grace is. Anugraha, his anugraha is there. Without that you wouldn't have got this Manushya Janma itself. Then, if you are interested in learning something about Veda, Bhagavad Gita, or something in the field of spirituality, much more grace is there. Definitely 100%. This is what he guarantees. So definitely there is no lack of anugraha from Paramatma. That is there definitely for all of us. But what is remaining now? We have to put all our efforts. Slowly stop identifying ourselves with the body and start identifying ourselves with that Atma. Every day we have to keep telling Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. We may be chanting Nirvana Shatka or Atma Shatka. Just chanting is not sufficient. With that bhavana should come. I am not this body. I am that Atma. I am not the Karta. I am not the Bhokta. When I am not the Karta, I am not the Bhokta too. This situation makes me do this. That means God is making me do this. That's all. Making me do means my body here. I am not this body. I am neither the body, I am nor the mind, I am not nor that intellect. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chittani, naham. I am none of these. So we should contemplate on that. Atma Shatka. Just that 6 shlokas are sufficient for this. If at all we understand, do manana of that and then try to bring it into practice. Again here practice means slowly start, at least for a fraction of a second. I am not this body. Whatever happens to the body is not happening to me. I am not this. I am that Atma who is not doing anything. So let us start practicing this. Keep doing this. When we do this, one fine day, definitely we will reach that level. So why not practice? Let us not say that, oh, this is not for me. I'll simply sing bhajans and just leave it. No, sing bhajans. Along with that, what Krishna is prescribing here. Bhava Roga Vaidya. All of us have got some or the other rogas, especially this kind of roga, that ajnana, that I am the body. So slowly we must get over this. Beautiful hospital he has created for us as Bhagavad Gita. He himself is the doctor there. And his prescriptions, just like how we follow the doctor's prescription. If at all it is some stomach pain, we go to the doctor, and whatever the doctor prescribes, do we question what is the content in that? Will it affect me this, that? Do we question? Some doubts we clarify, but we follow that instruction. After food means after food only we take it. So why not we listen to this wonderful doctor, Bhava Roga Vaidya, and try our best. Let us move on to the next shloka. Shloka number 6. Etanyaphi tu karmani sangam tyaktva phalani cha kartavyani iti me partha. Sorry, I am not shloka number 6. I am in the previous page. I am so sorry. Shloka number 14. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha prithak vidham vividhascha prithak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. What are these 5 factors? Now he is listing them. Adhishtanam. Adhishtana is the body, the seat where we reside. Now we means Atma. Where we reside is this body. Adhishtanam. Then Karta, the one who is the doer. Who is doing that? Right now we are identify ourselves in the body, so that ego. Ego is the doer. Then Karanam. Karanam is the different instrument that is needed. Like we need the senses, etc. What are the different instruments? Prithak vidham, different ones, different organs. Then Vividhascha prithak cheshta. Cheshta is the activities that we perform. Daivam. 5th one is Daivam. Daiva is not about Paramatma. Adhishtana Daiva. For example, we have the sense organ, eyes. Surya is the Adhishtana Devata for eyes. Manas, Adhishtana Devata is Chandra. Today happens to be Ratha Saptami day, very, very auspicious day. All of us must chant Aditya Hridayam as well as Surya Ashtaka and any other Surya Shlokas that we have already learned. Anyway, coming back to this. So here he lists the 5 factors. In the previous shloka he said that I am going to tell you about the 5 factors. Now he talks about the 5 factors. This is the body. Then who is doing it? The Kartru. And then what are the different instruments that are needed? And what are the activities that we perform? Then the last one is Adhishtana Devata. That is for each organ, whichever Daiva is responsible, that one is the 5th one. From another perspective, I would like to explain this. We have already discussed about Pancha Koshas. Every body has got 5 koshas. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and last in turn, the innermost one is Anandamaya Kosha. So here Krishna talks about the 4 outer koshas. Adhishtanam, body. Body is nothing but Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is nothing but the anatomy. The physical body, which is inert. Physical body is Adhishtana or Annamaya Kosha. Then in the next line we have Pratak Cheshta. Cheshta is nothing but Pranamaya Kosha, which is responsible for performing the action. See, we have the Golaka here, but just by having the Golakas is not sufficient. A dead body also has this Annamaya Kosha, but the rest has left. That is why it is not working. But the body, physical body is there. So Adhishtana means Annamaya Kosha. Cheshta, which he says the 4th one. Here it is the 2nd one for us. Pranamaya Kosha. Then the next one is Karanam. Karanam is all the different sense organs, functions, mind, etc. So when we look at this, once again we come to this Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. This we have already discussed when we talked about Panchakoshas. So here Karana means Manomaya Kosha. Manas is the one which gets that desire. Ichcha Shakti. Prana Shakti is the one which is Kriya Shakti. Then Karta. Karta is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. The fourth one. That is the Karta. How do you say that is the Karta? When that Buddhi only gives that direction, our body starts working. Buddhi must tell, isn't it? Only then the body starts working. In an office, if my boss is shouting at me, I get so angry. Then the Manas says, come on. Again, you also shout back. The Buddhi says, Jyothi, if you shout back, you may feel happy, but what will happen? You will be thrown out of the job. So Buddhi starts working there, saying that, come on Jyothi, come on, reduce your temper. Just, okay, listen and get back if you want to continue with that job. So Buddhi makes us take that decision. It's a rational thinking capacity. That is Vijnana or Jnana Shakti. So Ichcha Shakti is Manomaya Kosha. Then Jnana Shakti is Vijnanamaya Kosha. And Kriya Shakti is Pranamaya Kosha. Then here Adhisthana is Annamaya Kosha. So from another perspective, this can be seen. What our body has got is not talking about it is not about Annamaya Kosha here. Not about the Anandamaya Kosha that he has not touched. But he says the fifth one is Daivam. Daiva here is Adhisthana Daiva. For each organ there is one Adhisthana Daiva. That is the fifth one. These are the 5 factors which are responsible for anybody, whether a karmi or a karma yogi, a jnani or an ajnani, to perform any kind of action. Whether it is you categorize as good action, bad action, mixed action, anything. These are the 5 factors which are responsible for performing any kind of actions. I repeat that. Annamaya Kosha is Adhisthana. Cheshta is Pranamaya Kosha, which is responsible for making that particular organ work over there. Then next one is Karanam. Karanam is Manomaya Kosha. That is Ichcha Shakti. Pranamaya Kosha is Kriya Shakti. And the next one is Vijnanamaya Kosha or Karta. Then he says Daivam. That is Adhisthana Devata. These are the 5 factors which make anybody work. Any activities are performed because of these 5 factors only, not because of anything else. So with the help of these koshas also we can think about it. Or simply as body and sense organs. If you are not able to understand about the koshas, then we can simply think that it is only this kind of body, the different kinds of sense organs that we are that are making us work. So from shloka number 13 onwards, now Krishna backs for Jnana Yoga. Up to 12th shloka, he advertised for Karma Yoga. Now he talks about this Jnana Yoga, about Atma and Anatma from a different perspective. He has already talked about it. In the Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, he is beautifully categorized. What is Purusha, what is Prakriti. Now here, from a different perspective. In the next shloka, the same meaning is given. Sharira vang manobhiryat karma prarabhate naraha nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaha. Whether you do the work with the body or with the speech or manas. Any of these, only these are the 5 factors which are responsible for it. Then again, nyayam va viparitam va. It may be dharmic activity, it may be adharmic activity. Good or what we call as good and bad. Whatever it is, Only these are the 5 factors which are responsible for the performance of those activities. So Krishna now explains about Atma, and with that he talks about Anatma also. So let us see in the next coming few classes what he talks about. Along with all these, our Namasmarana should be continued forever. Nama, along with that Smarana. It is not just Nama. While chanting, his Smarana should also be there in the mind. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.